Hi everyone, my name is Otis. You're welcome to Talents Academy. So before I get started, I just want to say thank you to all of you that have subscribed to my YouTube channel. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please just hit the notification button there. And you will get a new video as soon as we publish new videos. So I have a very interesting topic for us today, and that is the SEO violation that can affect your site ranking. SEO is the acronym for search engine optimization. So our discussion outline today, we focus on black hat SEO, keyword stuffing, low quality content, cloaking, sneaky redirect, doorway pages, and hacked sites. So these are some of those violations that Google have actually highlighted. And if your site is found violating, for if your site has all this stuff that I've mentioned, there's every likelihood that Google is going to shortlist your blacklist your site. And once Google does that, your site is not going to be showing on the pages of Google, and that's a very hard thing to ever imagine. So I'm going to look at each of these outline in detail so that we'll be able to understand when we are going against Google rules, when we are optimizing our site. Optimization is good, but sometimes we overdo it and that could harm our site. Some people are innocent, some people might not know that they are over optimizing, but some people are aware because they are looking at the short-term gains. So, and in that process, they get they get penalized. So I'm going to look at some of these violations. So I've already outlined 7 violations. One is the black hat SEO. I believe if you're a blogger, you're a website owner, you might have heard about black hat and SEO, black hat and white hat SEO. It's just talking about the practice, the different way people tend to gain traffic. Some are looking at the short-term gains, while the black hat SEO is just about short-term gains. Is an unethical way of driving traffic, and most time a lot of bloggers, a lot of website owners falls within this class because they just want an immediate result without putting enough time and resources into optimizing their site naturally. So that's what black hat SEO is all about. So I have highlighted, I said, is an unethical practice that go against the search engine guidelines like Google and other search engine. Then another one is content automation. You see, people are becoming lazy in terms of writing good content. So most time, a lot of bloggers and site owners have actually resort to using a software to create a content. So when you use software to create content, so you're not creating, it doesn't have that human element, that human touch, because when you're writing your content manually, there's this feeling, this human touch that you want your followers, your prospective users, the customers, your target audience, that once they go through your content, it gives that there will be that a heart-to-heart connection, that engagement will be there. But most time, the software generated content is just not is just trying to just chunk out content just for you to fill your page. But if you want to give it that human touch, you just do a lot of research when you're writing your content. So this content automation could be a violation against, because it goes against the search engine guidelines, because they want you to write readable content that have that human feelings, that human touch. Then abusing the structured data. So adding code to a web page to manipulate the search engine of what rich information to display on search engine result pages. And I see this a lot, that people are using a kind of a piece of code. You go into your tag or whatever at the back end, and you begin to insert a code that makes you want to with a criminal intent. I'll call it a criminal intent, because anything that is deceptive, so it's criminal. So you're trying to manipulate the algorithm, you're giving a false information, so you're changing what the site is not all about, and all in the attempt to arrest the attention of users, of your prospective website visitors. And once if they do that and they find out that what attracted them to your website is not what they are saying, so what happened? They're going to leave your website, and that is going to increase your bounce rate, and that is not also good for SEO. But once once the algorithm notice all this unethical way, so your site is blacklisted. And once your site is blacklisted, it takes your information off their database. So when users query for that information, your website information is no longer populated. It will not be populated because it is deemed not relevant and deceptive. So that's the black hat. So we're going to the second one, which is keyword stuffing. Well, especially the newbies, most people are not aware of these. It is not a criminal intent. Some in an attempt for them to optimize their web pages, just they want it to be to rank on first pages of Google using certain keyword. So that could also affect the ranking because you have to actually keep it below 1%. But I've seen some website have recommended some digital marketers have actually recommended, or SEO specialists, some recommended 2%, but I try to keep it below 1% or 1% or 2% with the margin of error. So that's good. What does that mean? If you have 500 words or 300 words on your web page, so the keyword, you have to use keyword like that's going to be between 3 to 4, but you can also tweak those keywords using synonyms. When you can use a single keyword and mix it up with synonyms just to make a variation of your keyword. So inserting so many keywords on a web page triggers the Google algorithm thinking that, or other search engine algorithm thinking that you want to game the system. So it look like you want to spam the system, and the algorithm doesn't like it, and it kind of raises a red flag, and that you could be flagged for violation. So all these are enshrined in Google's Penguin update. So if you read that, you see quite a lot of rules. Then the Google Penguin update has ruled that keyword stuffing is ineffective and damaging, and could damage your site ranking. So build relevant and readable content. So I think that would be a kind of a good solution. Make sure that your content is relevant to what your page is all about. So that's about the keyword stuffing. Please be very careful, be mindful of how you stuff keyword on your pages. So then this, I call it a bad idea. Low quality content is just a bad idea. Please stay away from low quality content. Do research because Google is beginning to pay attention on your on page user experience, and your content could enhance the user experience on your page. Because if your content is 10, that is low, that could affect your ranking because that user experience is already negatively impacted. So low quality content on your site can have a significant negative impact on your visibility, because Google and other search engines are looking for pages with relevant information that will satisfy the searcher's query. So it is important that you pay attention and invest your resources in writing good content and good quality content. So that's absolutely important if you just want to be competitive, if you want to outrank your competitors. So do research and make sure that your content is quality enough. So another is cloaking. Don't trick Google. That's what I said. So cloaking, a lot of people have, that's, I call that, out of laziness. So if you're a website owner or you're a blog owner, please just do your research. The short-term goals won't pay you, because just focus on your long-term SEO practice. Just make sure that you follow the rules, because the shortcut kills. So that's what I'm telling you. A lot of people have been blacklisted because they want to take the short route, so without doing the needful, without following the rules and regulation. So cloaking is actually showing search engines a different page with deceptive intent of the deceptive intent. So what happened is that you're cloning a page, you're cloaking a page, you're misrepresenting what that page is all about, and you're telling Google you want the search engines to believe that what you are presenting is actually what your site is all about when it is not. So different content or kind of you're presenting a different content than what the human searchers sees. So what happened is that if I sell fish, and the user who is searching for fish have that intention that I'm going to see fish on this website, and unfortunately, you're seeing other food item without the fish, so that's deceptive, and the customer is not going to stay. And remember that this customer would have been part of your funnel, your sales funnel, so you're losing that customer. And search engine does not and do not like it. So don't trick Google, don't trick other search engines. So it is very, very important. Do the right thing. You will see your site growing, and you see your site showing up on Google or other search engine first result pages, ranking number one. So there's what we call the sneaky redirects. So this is, you see, a lot of malpractices. That's why we call it the black hat. Unethical way to get influence, unethical way to be popular, unethical way to be famous on the internet. You want your site to be showing on the first page of Google and other search engine, and you are using this sneaky means, so you get penalized for that. So what is sneaky redirects? So you're misleading your audience and misleading the search engines. So you're pointing your URL, you're using the URL to deceive them and pointing it to a different page with the intention just to manipulate the Google algorithm and other search engine algorithm. You're sending them to a different page that was specified in your URL. So that is deceptive, and that's a violation. So you could get punished for that. So the same thing as setting up a kind of redirect link to lead users to a different web page, just like as I've explained. Sometimes people resort to redirecting using a high quality page to redirect to a low quality page. So that is also a violation, because Google will penalize you for that, and you don't want to go through that route, because it takes quite a lot of effort for you to clean it up. So, and once you get blacklisted, know that it's going to take you time to get back up. So it is very, very important for you to follow the rules, stay on your lane. You will surely get to your final destination. All you need is just to be focused on your optimization process. That's what we call the doorway pages. Create a number of pages that provide no value to users, but are intended to rank for keywords. So you want to deceive the search engine. You want to deceive the algorithm to believe that you have quite enough pages. You're doing internal linking, and these pages is of no value to your prospective customers or to your prospective visitors. So that's a problem. That's also a violation, because why you're doing this is just for you to manipulate the search engine to the search engine algorithm to your own favor, so that you get ranked on search engine. And once search engines and Google discover that you have a criminal intent to deceive the algorithm, so you get penalized for it. You get penalized for it. I'm sorry that I'm using so much hard word, because what I'm trying to do that so you understand the implication of what this is all about. So again, which is not next to the last. So hacked site. So sometimes people could be very, very ignorant, especially if you're a newbie. I know that it happened to me when I started, and I didn't actually go through the process of actually cleaning that. I let that domain go, because I was so naive at the time that I started. So I just couldn't go through the process of cleaning it and looking at the violations. So my website was actually hacked, and after putting, that was years back when I started going online, trying to set up my business. So it hurt. So trying with all my efforts and see it go down the drain, I couldn't even get back to the website. And when I called my whole services, they told me that my site has been hacked. And prior to that, they've actually told me you need a web security. So once your site is hacked, so Google penalizes you because Google holds site owners accountable for failing to provide adequate security for users. Because when your site is hacked, it puts other users, the users, or it put their information, you put them at risk because they have access to so many other information. So that's why Google is actually paying attention to it. So what you do, you have to identify vulnerabilities and fix it. How do you do that? In my last video, I talked about Google Console. I talked about Google Analytics. So if you have not created an account with Google Console, please just do that because they're going to notify you if there's anything that is going, there's a problem that is malware or anything that is going wrong on your site. And also, don't underestimate the use of web security. Web security is very, very important because it provides layers of security against these hackers because they are everywhere. Don't think that your site is proved is hackers proved when you don't have web security that scans your website every single day to remove any malware that has been installed on your website. So without your consent. So that is why it is absolutely important for you to make sure that your website is secured. Very, very important. So, and again, I'm going to talk about how to avoid. We talked about these. We've talked about this violation. So it is also very important for me to touch how to avoid SEO violations. So because it is very, very important because it takes quite a lot of effort to get you back. So one is to create content for searchers. Create content for your target audience, for your prospective customers, not search engines. Most time we get carried away because we think that Google is going to index our site, is going to crawl our site, it's going to rank us on the first page, but that is not the game. Who are you who are you creating? Who's the beneficiary of your service? They're your potential customers. So your content should be readable and contain relevant information for your users or for searchers. That's very, very important. That's one of those ways that you can actually avoid this violation. Focus on your website user experience. I can't say this, I can't overemphasize this. The user experience on your website is very, very important. What is user experience? The ability of your customers or prospective users to be able to navigate your website with ease. Make sure that all the links are working. Make sure that the navigations, make sure that the structure of your website is good. Everything is on a solid foundation when you're building your website. Pay attention to these little things that could hurt your site. Then have consistent business information across the web. So let me touch a little bit about link building. You see, let's say you created your business profile on Google My Business and you've created on Yelp. So you try and make sure that like the information you're providing, your profiles, like your address, your phone number, the name is consistent across these directories and sites and all social network. Try as much as possible for you to actually have this consistency in all your listing, then you're good to go. So I've just highlighted these three areas that can help you to avoid a violation. There are numerous out there. I've talked on some of these, how you can avoid the SEO violation in some of my videos. So you just take time, look through my videos. You'll find a lot of information, tons of information, and our website will be ready any moment from now, so where you can have the detailed information also. So we are coming to the end of this presentation. I just want to sorry, coming to the end of this tutorial. So I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. And again, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please just hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you get a lot when we publish new videos. So again, I just say thank you and see you in our next tutorial. Have a great day.